You're listening to it, Tom and Zeus on the Shout It Out Loudcast. One of them has a body built for sin, and the other has an appetite for passion. Stick around, you'll find out who. I'm Mitch LaFawn from Rock Talk with Mitch LaFawn.
Hello. Hey, what's up there, KISS Army? Tom and Zeus, another episode of Shout It Out Loudcast, episode 144. KISS Mailbag III.
Wow. We're making that round again, the Mailbag III. And we love mailbag episodes, Zeus. Why do we love mailbag episodes?
I don't know. Why?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because there's no homework involved in a mailbag episode.
That's right. That's right.
We're thinking off the cuff, baby.
Yeah, I thought it was something to do like, mailbag, ball bag, something like that.
That's separate. That's a separate issue. Separate episode. Yeah, that's for Patreon.
Yeah, we're starting off with flying colors, right?
Yes, we always do. Yeah.
Ball bags.
Yeah. If you're over under on foul mouth words was 10 seconds, you win if you took the under.
Ball bag. Okay. So we got to watch our Red Sox beat the Yankees.
Yeah, Joey Casada. I've been torturing him all day.
Good. Fucking Joey Casada and his New York Yankees.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a long one. It's gone. It's gone. Wait a minute. What did I miss?
Yeah.
Where did that ball go? Why is he on first base? Because it was a long single.
Yeah. The brilliant calls by those idiots.
Yes.
Oh, love it.
We're not doing a sports cast here. 617-555-0850. Well, the fax line is cooking here over on the TED Nation.
And we're going to be talking about why does Fenway not have a retractable roof? Call us right now.
Yes. Who is the guy with the Yankees used to call up the Big Show? Hey, Yankees are winning again this year. Who's his name?
Frank from Gloucester?
Yeah, that's it. Frank from Gloucester. That's it. Or the Red Sox got eliminated again. Remember Butchie from the Cape?
Butchie from the Cape. One of my favorites was the man on the way up. On the wine line.
Yeah, because I think he said, "Oh yeah, I'm on the way up" or something. Yeah. He was like, "Oh, don't make fun of me." And then when Butchie from the Cape died, somebody was imitating him.
Yeah, it was like Butchie from the grave or something.
No, I thought it was the ghost of Butchie from the Cape.
Yeah. What about Pete Stugatz Shepherd?
Fred Smirlis and Steve Diossi.
With a pink elephant?
Fred Smirlis set like the Greek American culture back 40 years when they let him talk on the radio.
I'm just glad he wasn't in the Italian group.
Well, Leonard Maloney's pitter patter with his feet. Pitter patter. He loved to say pitter patter. Remember?
Yes.
Lawrence Maloney. Oh yeah.
The good old days of Boston sports radio. Now it's just friggin' Felger and Maz, and that's about it.
Yeah, I know it sucks. Fucking bozos.
Yep.
Oh, well, we do a KISS podcast. Let's get back to that.
Yeah, let's do it.
So last week, we talked about the infamous Rolling Stone magazine cover and the article, which all the knives were out and the original four were going at it. So I'm sure we did a poll. And what was that poll all about?
Yeah. So we said the article featured some eye-opening comments from the original members. And then we said, who do you think came out of this looking the best?
Oh.
Proof that you people don't read the fucking article. You just vote because you like Paul.
Yeah.
Because thankfully, no surprise, Ace Frehley came in first with 36%. But then Paul at 33%. Come on, people. Read. I know it's hard. And then Gene comes in third with 26%. And then poor Peter, 5%.
You know, people look at that as like, who's your favorite?
Absolutely. No doubt.
It's
no doubt.
Fucking, and then the Ace cult goes on top. Yep. Nobody read that. I'm sorry. I know it's an opinion, but I like to almost think of it as fact. Gene came out the best in there. It's not even close.
It's not even close. Yep. Couple comments here. Lee Bruton. Jesus, man, what's wrong with Paul? He doesn't need to act that way. I voted for Ace as he comes across as the lovable oaf we know. King Cusano, Paul's an asshole. Gene's an asshole, but somewhat redeems himself. Peter is Peter, but Ace, you cannot help but like his dumb ass even more. Is that what I do? Uncle Steve's Iron Maiden Zone says, Paul came out looking the best? Wow. Maybe the best asshole. Okay. Our buddy, I Love It Louder. Gene always looks the best because when he needs forgiveness, he mostly gets it. He just doesn't take himself too seriously. It's endearing in an Ace kind of way. Hashtag Ace Cult. John Schaefer, I went back and reread the article again and believe that the article accurately represents each of them, good and bad. I'm going to pass on who looks best. I'll choose all were honest. Oh, come on, John. Graham Richley, anyone who voted for Paul as looking the best in this article, please explain. He was savage in belittling every other member of the original lineup. Yes, that's true. Buddy Steve, Paul doesn't come out of this very well at all. Our buddy West Beach, Ace, always Ace. He seems the most honest with the least agenda. Alessandro Rourke, here's a great one. He says Rolling Stone can eat a bag of dicks. They're too busy revising their top 100 list to be more woke and give the boss 5 stars for every new album. Kiss never should have walked into this hit piece. That's a good point right there. Yeah, Zeus, you jumped into it, and it says, no way people are reading the article and voting. Paul is at his vindictive worst, and Ace is a mess. I did fall down a flight of stairs 40 minutes later. Dr. Van Halen says Bruce Kulick, just by virtue of not being interviewed. That's a good one.
Yep.
Our buddy Nige, Gene for me. Yes, he's always the blunt corporate guy, but he also comes across as a thoughtful human being. Ace is hilarious. As always, Peter is whiny and a bit diluted. And Paul, how can Paul be currently leading this poll? Worst I've ever seen him. Oh, and then here comes a British insult. Utter cockwomble. I don't know what that.
That's a good word.
That is a great. Clem Carruthers says Ace plus flight of stairs equals win. Okay. Keith Roachford, easily Gene, although he shows his business side. He comes off as a caring individual who misses the guys he started this journey with. Peter is still a crybaby. Ace is Ace. And Paul is an unhappy, vindictive prick. Okay. You nailed it with that. I'm not going to argue there. And then a couple comments just generally about the article and the episode. Sean Hammond. I started your episode, and then I went back and reread the article first because I knew that your review and commentary would be great. Of course it was, and I laughed out loud when you were commenting on Ace's portion, especially the bisexual revelation. Thanks. That was good stuff, Sean. Thanks, buddy. Let's see. MD, just finished listening to this episode, and first things first, great stuff. That is a lot to digest. I know I read that article at the time, but now I know I got to read it again. Then he makes some comments about our volume level when we drop in YouTube. And Star says it scared the shit out of him. Well,
Jesus Christ.
You'll be okay, Mark. We love you, buddy.
Oh, Jesus. It sounds like, you're getting a little overreactive to this.
Well, I'm hurt.
Things that we can do for you.
I'm very hurt.
Let's see. What do we got here? Ken in Satan's Service. This episode had me laughing out loud so hard. Great stuff. I always wish that Kiss would have told Rolling Stone and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame to both go fuck themselves. Rolling Stone are a bunch of aging music snobs, and who needs a hall when we have an army? Long live Cukes, King, and Piss Cakes. Joel Hoffman. It really sucks that our band has to be completely antagonistic towards each other for 50 years. Members come and go in every single band. Why is Kiss different? One reason's the makeup. If Kiss never wore makeup, switching band members would be no problem. They're a bunch of gossiping women. All right. Uncle Steve chimes in again. Iron Maiden Zone. Love this and your last episode. Ace's voice with everything is so funny. It's sad how bitter and vindictive Paul comes across. Certainly a 180 from Paul's current persona. Yes. Gene and Ace come across as lovable. Pete comes across like he does in his book, the victim with self-esteem issues. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's the one thing they got out of it. One more comment here. I'll finish up on Twitter again from our buddy Nige. He never disappoints. As expected, Paul comes out of this looking like a dick. Worse, an unpleasant bully who demeans his bandmates to promote himself. I felt angry reading this, and now he's miraculously reinvented himself as a Renaissance man, as you call him, Zeus. I call bullshit. Sorry, but you're a fraud, Mr. Stanley. Oof, good stuff. Thanks, Nige. Good stuff. That's Twitter. What do you got?
Nige is also the one that used the word cockwomble.
Yes, always good stuff from Nige.
So I looked it up, and here we are on Urban Dictionary. A person, usually male, prone to making outrageously stupid statements and or inappropriate behavior while generally having a very high opinion of their own wisdom and importance.
Damn, that is exactly the right word, Nige. Wow.
Cockwomble.
I like it.
Oh. Woo.
Can we get shirts made with that word across it or no?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Over on the Book of Face, Tom.
Okay.
When we got our stuff up and fucking Zuckerberg wasn't crying in his tears.
The big shutdown.
Yeah. Some people had time to go in and put something. One of them was our buddy Kevin Chepson.
All right.
Guys, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck? What are you going to talk about? I absolutely love this in capital letters. Guys, that's why you are seriously the greatest podcast out there. Ooh. I read it when it came out and was wondering, but never analyzed it. You guys are so creative. Are you Black Ace from the Phantom? So good, guys. You are the best. Wow. Nerds.
Then read his next comment.
Wow. Someone was drinking.
Yeah, I'd like to straighten out this funny little drinking problem I got.
You like drinking?
Of course you like drinking. Who don't?
Let me ask you a question. You like drinking? Hell, you like drinking. Who the hell don't?
Gotta love Jepson.
You gotta love
nothing's better than drunk Facebooking.
Nothing's better than Uncle Jemima's mash liquor. Black people ain't rolling with pride on account of you making flapjacks.
That is one of the greatest skits ever. You like drinking?
Hey, what are you waving at? Don't get me involved. Tyler Keeley, critics never got it. Rolling Stone to this day still doesn't. But that's okay. I guess being accepted by aging hippies is not on top of my priority list. Yeah.
Exactly.
We know who said that.
Yep.
It was Graham Richley over on our Loudcasters page, which is continuously growing. Love it.
Yep.
Amazing review of a breathtaking article. Overall, it's pretty disappointing to hear a band publicly exposing the other members' flaws, and is a behind-the-scenes view that is both fascinating yet sad. The standout fact for me is that this was in 2014, and Gene and Paul were still touring together and on the cruise together, and yet Paul clearly had no problem demeaning Gene in an interview. I truly hope Paul has changed since then, and even partially believes the positive stuff he now tweets about, because the person in this interview portrays is brutal and toxic. Fantastic analysis, boys.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank
you. Yes, absolutely.
Jason Warden. Another great thing about your podcast is you do not play favorites. You call it like you see it. Being a fan since the mid 80s. I've followed them ever since, despite the lineup changes. Guess that makes me team Gene and Paul, but the article is tough to enjoy. I may be naive, but why was a band that hasn't played together in over 20 years featured and inducted? I get the magic of the original lineup, but other lineups lasted longer and should have been inducted. You'd think if Springsteen had another band for the last 20 years after the E Street Band, they would have subjected to this bullshit. Then on Gene and Paul's side, they seem to really want everyone to know they are Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees. Paul reminded the crowd last week in Austin of that fact.
He does it every week.
Yep.
Every show he does it. Yep.
Also, it's amazing they even give the time of the day to a magazine that has always despised them and ignored the death of Eric Carr. As always, you stir up the emotions about my favorite band. In closing, if Paul is the dictator Dick Cheney of the band, Pete is definitely Sarah Palin, not the sharpest.
Nice. Good stuff, buddy. Thank you. I always appreciate your comments.
Absolutely. Great comment.
Thank you.
Kelly Jem Blair. I'm not mistaken. Did they win the comment of the week last week?
They may have. I think they were the ones who were going to do the friggin' whoopee there with Mongoloid Man.
Another fantastic episode.
Wait, did I just say making whoopee like the newlywed game?
Yeah, okay there, Chuck Eubanks, whatever his name is.
The whoopee.
Oh, don't go there. Another fantastic episode. I think that Ace came out looking the most sincere and personable among the 2014 Rolling Stones article, provided that he got the allotted 40 minutes to recall some memories. Interesting about the album cover of Lick It Up, unveiling for the world the band without makeup. It would have been cool if the album cover had the band members holding boat paddles, white water rafting, and straddling Gene's Uncle Raft.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, my uncle's a raft.
Oh, man. All right. Over on YouTube.
What?
Marty White. I think something was wrong with the question I got in this week's poll. It asked which of these three people is the most miserable, Cukes, Piss Cakes, or Paul Stanley. I picked Piss Cakes, but the correct answer was Paul Stanley. I can see that's right, but why is a poll a test?
Wow. Okay.
Mr. Antonio 2005.
Yes.
Yeah, he'll be featured in a little bit, I think. Oh, no, he was featured last week.
Yes.
All right. Rolling Stone magazine and Kiss on the cover. This combination is bizarre as that scene in Kiss Meets the Phantom where Paul, I am the center of the universe, Stanley, is playing guitar to Beth when Ace should have been. Gene is actually now my favorite member because he doesn't bullshit me. Come on. Don't bullshit me.
Bullshit me.
He gets to the point whether I agree or disagree with him, and he admits to having warts like us all. Cheers to the Mongoloid Man.
By the way, we found that audio.
Yeah, we played Mongoloid Man.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, it's Mongoloid Man. Pop, you got something left?
We do. We have a Facebook DM from Mark Kiss Aussie. Hello, you guys. I just want to say your show is excellent, especially episode 20, the rock and roll over review of the album. That show was your best show ever. I like your reviews of the album. You guys are excellent. I ride around in my wheelchair listening to you guys all the time. I'm at an assisted living place, and you are a breath of sunshine to listen to every day. I'm handicapped, and I love you guys. One complaint. This is great, man. Mark, we love you. Can you please knock down the cursing? Because my friends here at the assisted living place, they do not like your cursing. It doesn't matter to me, but it matters to them. They don't want to listen to that. Thank you, your friend, Mark Kiss Aussie. First of all, Mark, thank you for taking the time to write us. We appreciate it. God bless you. And I'm glad that you're enjoying our show and that it gives you a breath of sunshine and a smile. As for your friends at the assisted living place, it's going to be very difficult for us to not curse during the show. We'll try to do the best we can, but we can't make any promises. But that being said, Mark, we wish you the best. We're glad you're enjoying the show and that you wrote to us. And for that, you are comment of the week.
Good answer. Good answer. I like the way you think. I'm going to be watching you.
Woohoo!
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, we appreciate it, buddy. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yep.
Tom, what we do next is we always like to give a shout out to our Patreon family members. So Patreon is where people can contribute and help out the show. And we give a couple perks back, and we think of it as a nice little tight-knit family. Last Friday, we did our first full Patreon live video. Me, Tom, we actually had brought a surprise guest Sonny Pooney to join us. And we had a fucking riot. It was about an hour. It was supposed to be an hour. It was like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Yep. I don't know what it was. We had guys on from Australia. We had guys on from the UK. Fucking awesome. Shooting the shit, asked questions, brought up episode ideas, thoughts. It was so much fun. We had a blast, and I got to tip my hat to all of you guys. It was so fucking awesome to see people's faces come in, everyone shooting the shit. We got to meet like special celebrities like Mrs. Nige.
Yep.
And others that came on the show, and it was a lot of fun. It really was. And amongst that, with Patreon, it helps us out. We like to give something back, obviously, for the support that we get. And it's been we started this year, and it's already, grown beyond what we thought it would grow. And we love having the family. They've been awesome. And we can't thank them enough. In fact, we actually have a couple of new family members that we need to give a shout out to, Tom. Mm-hmm. And first is Facebook group Loudcasters MVP. That is Mr. Sterlino.
Oh, hell yes. Yes, you know him well if you're part of the Loudcasters Facebook group.
Oh, he is fucking a riot. Yep. Understands us, gets us, puts up some of the most hilarious memes and stuff. I think he just did one of our old Stonehill lines where someone said, "Is that a positive thing?"
Yeah, that was great. Yep.
Where we try to defend ourselves in our suite at Stonehill after we did only a minimum amount of damage for the week. We said, well, we only broke one desk and only 3 chairs in the lobby. And then the dean said, "Is that a positive thing?"
Is that a positive thing? Yeah. For us, it is. Yeah.
And then he went out to point to the picture of the 4 or 5 naked ladies bent over on motorcycles with the fattest. I don't know. Sorry, sorry,
Mark. You might want to skip this next 10 seconds for your friends.
With these naked women, their ass bent over on a motorcycle with the fattest snapper flaps going like from the back. And he's like, "You know what?" And he points to, like, I think it was like, what was her name? Kathy Ireland holding.
Yeah, it was like a St. Patrick's Day, like Bush Light poster or something.
Yeah, and he's like, "I think that's sexy enough. Take that poster down."
He literally said, "I think that's sexy enough." Like he was like disgusted because that thing that we're talking about, that was like a Hustler centerfold that was like hanging up.
Philbo put that up. It's like
first of all, that just shows you how long ago we went to college. Hustler was a thing.
5 chicks bent over on motorcycles with their flaps all. Like, people walking by, like the fucking house cleaners, like, what the fuck, But anyways, getting back to it, Sterlino knows us, and he's picked up on all our inside jokes, and he fucking throws them out perfectly timed. And I believe he told us that he was like 26 years old, Tom, which is insane.
God. Wow.
Well, we want to tip our hat to Sterlino.
Yep.
In addition, there's a Justin Chamberlain who just joined our family too.
Woohoo!
Justin, thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. And, sometimes we don't recognize names because from our feedback and stuff like that.
Right.
So make sure you give us a shout out, Justin. Let us know. We thank you as well for jumping in and helping out and becoming part of the Patreon family. It's greatly appreciated. And we can't wait. Unfortunately, we found out, at least from the video, that not anyone's going to be joining us on the KISS cruise.
Right.
But if they are, please let us know. Mm-hmm. And anybody else is willing or able and capable of joining and wants to, please look up Patreon. Go to the app, patreon.com, or you can find Patreon in the notes, and you can find out what that's all about. And if that's something you're interested, take a look.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys are the best. I mean, to see the Patreon family grow every week, especially like we just said, Justin and Sterlino, it's great. And we can't thank you guys enough. It helps the show. We truly appreciate your generosity and your involvement and support of the show. And I just want to add some comments about last Friday's live chat that we had. You guys, that was fantastic. Ton of fun. We were just talking about KISS and the album review crew episodes and music in general, and the difference between things happening overseas in Australia and the UK and the United States. And it was just great. I mean, different time zones, people awake and half asleep and talking about this and that. I mean, it was just a blast. You guys are just awesome. We just can't thank you guys enough. So just great stuff. And thank you again.
Yeah, great. We have a great group of people there. Yep. And everybody that gets involved in the Shout It Out Loudcast family, everyone that gets into the feedback, the comments, the reviews, and all that stuff.
Yep.
We love you. And the show wouldn't be the same without you guys. And we can't thank you enough.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, let's move on to KISS World. What's going on there?
Well, the tour is rolling along. Everybody's healthy, knock on wood. And we're getting unbelievably and excitedly close to the cruise. It's only a few weeks. We are now counting down days, if you want to now.
Yeah.
So the excitement is palpable for everybody. It's going to be it's going to be fucking insane.
Tom found a photo of like the wrong crew cabin.
Oh my
God. It looked like three of the beds like put against together. So from one end of the wall to the other are just small beds in a tiny room, and then one double. And Tom's like, I'm not doing this.
I swear to God, I thought that was our cruise. So the room, it had two beds, but then in order for four people to sleep, they slide. It literally looked like a fucking ambulance stretcher that they slide in between two beds. And then there's another like fold down bunk bed. I'm like, we're going to be dead. We're never going to do this. And then I realized that that's not our room, that we actually have like a bigger like suite where it has more space. Thank God.
And I'm like, dude, there's no way a podcast is going on the top bunk. They're going to fucking kill us. So hopefully I'm like, oh, Danny's a thin person. So Danny's like fucking non-podcaster material. And then I'm thinking out loud, I'm like, we got two fucking Indians, one Italian and one Greek. I'm like, the amount of black hairs that are going to be on these white sheets by the end of the week are going to be disgusting.
It is going to be the hairiest, smelliest cabin on the boat. It is going to smell like, if you think the buffet is going to smell bad.
Yeah, I think what I said to poor Danny, I was like, it's going to smell of hot, sick ass infested with cheese, dirty feet, it's fucking like just backwash puke.
It's just going to be brutal. It's going to be brutal.
And he's like,
"Oh, fucking great!"
Poor Danny, because I don't think Danny knows what he's in for. I mean, we'll try to be on it. We'll start off on our best behavior, but it's going to deteriorate rapidly.
Yeah, Sonny's already got a playlist for everyone doing games. Everyone pick two songs here, do this. It's going to be fucking outrageous. Now,
it's good.
We had our conversation on Patreon the other night. But what about you guys out there? Who that is a listener is going to be on the KISS cruise?
Yeah, please tell us. Absolutely.
Reach out to us. We definitely want to meet up with you guys.
Yeah.
Have some drinks, throw somebody in the pool, bounce up and down. You do backflips, you juggle, you fall off the cruise. We all laugh.
What do you do? Backflips? You jump up there in a silly suit? What do you do?
We need people to join us when we friggin' throw shit at Paul during the acoustic sailaway set.
They started throwing things at?
Yes, because of certain reasons. I used to wear little shorts on the job and whatnot, and they would fire bricks and little pipes and bottles of beer at me and whatnot.
When we're fucking drinking like we are at college and just drink a bottle of beer and then just throw it against the wall and smash it in front of people.
Yeah. Is it possible to get thrown off a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. But please let us know if you're going to be on the cruise.
Yeah. So anyways, back to news. So again, the cruise is heating up. And then today, Paul did a little thing with Ultimate Classic Rock. And of course, the headline is Paul Stanley reveals new plans for the end of the KISS farewell tour. Nothing new here. Paul says, I believe strongly by the beginning of 2023, we will be finished. He said it's a different time than when we had pondered farewells tours in the past. this is going to be the real deal. He says it's incredibly demanding what we do. He said, of course, he talks about what Gene says. I got 30 plus pounds of gear on. There's a point where you go, you know what? This is more challenge than I want. I can only do this as long as I can do it smiling. And then, of course, they start talking about the former band members. They asked him a question of whether KISS will be joined by people like Ace and Bruce. And of course, Paul says, honestly, we haven't really thought that far down the road. We're having a ball. The show is everything I would like to see the band history culminate in. And then he kind of catches himself saying this about former members. In one way or another, every night, all the former band members are represented by the songs we're doing. So is that his way of saying, oh, yeah, we're representing all the band members? But anyways, he says, despite an end to the touring, Stanley's certain the band will not be going away. He says, KISS, there's so much more than music. And then they mention the 45th anniversary super deluxe box set of Destroyer and the Netflix biopic called Shout It Out Loud, talking about the A&E biography and all that stuff. So nothing really, breaking news, just Paul grabbing a mic and kind of trying to stay relevant with Ultimate Classic Rock. So.
Yeah, I saw something about John 5 talking. I think our buddy Jeremy sent us a DM that he interviewed John 5, and John 5 said something about like him doing some music with Peter.
Yes,
and I'm like, yes, awesome, love hearing that.
So yeah, Jeremy was doing an episode with John 5, and he just said he's written a bunch of songs with Peter and feeling super inspired and playing and singing a lot. So that was a stunning revelation. John 5 is supremely talented, but doing something with Peter Criss, that just seems interesting, but I don't know, we'll see where that goes. So yeah, that was something that we recently saw as well. But other than that, again, the tour is rolling along and people are getting fired up for the cruise. So it's about it for right now.
Yeah. The tour's moving along. Every day that they're able to play together, I still think is a lucky day for us.
Absolutely.
We all bitch, especially us, about the set list and stuff. But I'm glad that they're all healthy and they're still alive and they're still doing something. So
absolutely,
it could always be worse. So anyway,
agreed.
Tom, before we move forward to the topic, which is the mailbag, give me a second while I scratch my ball bag. I don't fucking know.
Here we go. We're back from that escapade of Zeus's, and I wasn't having anything to do with any bags of balls. It's bags of mail that we're going to be working on tonight.
Ooh!
Oof! Oh, I will not be cleaning your cruise ship room.
No, I think a herder is on the cruise ship.
Oof.
You boys are gross.
I can't believe I'm seeing you again.
You fucking assholes.
Oh,
anyway, Tom, we're doing a mail. We're doing a mailbag episode. Woohoo!
We love the mailbag episode. We love hearing from you guys. We sent out that famous red button on our social media, and you guys fired off some great questions. Some of them are fun. Some of them are legitimate. Some of them are stupid and silly, but we're going to try to get to a few tonight. Well, who knows how this will go. If we don't get to your question tonight for the mailbag episode, I do have them all in a file. So eventually you could be question of the week. So if we don't get to them all, which I can tell you right now, we're not going to, because thanks to you guys, we got a ton, which is fantastic. So we're going to start off with something a little stupid here, courtesy of our good friend, Mr. Pooney. Okay, this is a rapid fire question. This is what I said about stupid and fun. So we're going to start off with this. Okay. He starts off by saying all current and former members are in play. Okay. Rapid fire, Zeus.
Okay.
Most likely to jump out of a plane with a parachute.
Fuck, I'm drawing a blank. I'll say, I don't know, Tommy Thayer.
All right. I'm going to say Ace for that one. No, I need a parachute.
I don't trust myself, to be honest with you.
All right. Who would have made the best looking woman?
Definitely not Gene.
Oh,
I would say, you know what? Eric Singer with the blonde hair.
In the chubby face?
Eric Singer from the 90s.
Okay, that's good. Look, I'm just going to say the obvious answer, Paul.
Ew.
Well, before he became Crooked Man.
it's all fucking deformed and shit.
Most likely to call Gene an idiot.
Oh, Paul. Paul would say, "You're an idiot" to his face.
Peter would do that.
No, I don't think so. I think you would call him an asshole. You wouldn't call him an idiot.
Okay, that's true. That's true. Most likely to sleep with a teddy bear tonight.
See, I keep forgetting about probably, I don't know, teddy bear sensitive? Paul.
See, I was going to say Paul too, but then I'm thinking of Space Bear with Ace, but I don't want Ace to be the answer to all these.
I hear you.
All right. Most likely to get punched.
Gene, grabbing it. Would you like to come with me? My boyfriend's on there, but I'm Gene Simmons. Well, boom, right in the face.
Exactly.
You?
I'm going to say Peter, because he's going to go up and say something or push something or just be inappropriate and just be like, what the fuck? Somebody's just going to turn around and roundhouse him.
Yeah, I can see
All
that.
Right. Most likely to eat Pop-Tarts for breakfast.
Oh, that could be anybody.
That could be anybody.
I don't think Ace is getting up before breakfast. So maybe let's be generous. Let's throw a buddy Eric Carr one. Eric Carr.
Yeah, he's a fun guy. I could see that. Careful with this next one. Most likely to pick up a penny off the floor.
Gene, without a fucking second. And I don't care how that sounds. It's fucking reality.
Yeah, you're probably right. All right. Who could be the next?
Where you going?
I'm agreeing with you.
Okay. Just what I'm saying. You got to jump in it too.
Most likely to be the next guest host on Jeopardy.
I would say Gene. Gene could pull that off in a second.
Probably Gene.
Yeah.
Probably Gene. The next one to fall off the stage.
Falling off the stage?
Yes.
That's Ace.
Yeah, I was going to say it, but that seems too easy.
It's because it's the fucking most easy answer because it's accurate.
Yeah, I know. It is.
Hey, Curly.
Oh, shit. Bob Dole fell. All right, Pooney, you got the first question. Thanks, buddy. Now we're going to get to some serious, thoughtful KISS questions here from our buddy Jason Worden. And he asked, this is on Facebook, why do you think that songs like A Million to One and Turn on the Night, that they were hoping to be bigger hits, were not? Was this due to fatigue of the band? Then he says, I just for the life can't understand why a song like Turn on the Night or even Hide Your Heart were not bigger. They were perfect songs for the era.
Goes along with the image. KISS is an aging band. I don't know, but sometimes I'm like, but see, KISS never got the original respect that Aerosmith did because Aerosmith still turned it around and got hits out of those. I think if Aerosmith took those songs and made them theirs, they would be hits.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was the stigma of KISS.
Yes.
It was 80s KISS. Oh, look, they took off the makeup. They're trying to be an 80s pop glam hair band. And you're right. And unfortunately, the KISS was so stigmatized by critics that even great songs like that really couldn't pull them up. I mean, Hide Your Heart was a mild hit. It had the video. But yeah, A Million to One and Turn on the Night, those were just buried, unfortunately.
But the other thing is KISS made the top 10 with like Beth, Forever, and I Was Made for Loving You, right?
Yeah. Yep.
They weren't making it with their general rock songs.
Correct.
So like Aerosmith and stuff could get away with it. So when they got into the 90s and 80s doing that shit, they couldn't pull it off, whereas Aerosmith could because they were getting their songs there.
Yeah. Yeah, they would just stigmatize. We say this all the time. Oh, like you said, if Aerosmith did that song, or if Bon Jovi did that song, it'd be huge hits. Or if Def Leppard did that song, it'd be huge hits.
Yeah, I looked to the bands. Which band could get their rock songs on the charts, not their fucking ballads on the charts?
Right. No, you're right. You're right. All right, great stuff, Jason. Thanks, buddy. Next, we go to Daniel Reeve on Facebook. If after KISS retires, following the conclusion of the End of the Road tour, do you think that a band consisting of Tommy Thayer, Eric Singer, and Bruce Kulick, and a bass player to be named later, would be viable for success? Not saying that it's going to happen, but let's just say that they announced that.
No, I mean, we've talked about this. So if you still had Tommy and Eric and then put like a Todd Kearns to be the front man, Gene for a little while stayed on, then Gene dropped off and somebody else came in. Yeah, I think that's viable. I think that's still considered a KISS band.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, Daniel. I think that's a fantastic idea. I think if you took Tommy Thayer, Eric Singer, Bruce Kulick, and brought in, like you said, a Todd Kearns or I mean, I'll be honest. I love all three of those guys' voices, Tommy, Eric, and Bruce. So they could carry lead, or they could rotate the way the band KISS did itself, where everybody took different leads.
But I'm thinking, Tom.
Well, go ahead. No, go ahead.
KISS as it is, a 4-member, 4 identities. Bruce can't be in that.
But I'm not. I don't think he's necessarily referring to this as a KISS band. I think he's saying former KISS members creating like a spin-off / supergroup, making like original music, like a new band.
Yeah, but I'd get into that anyways. But if it's KISS,
that's what I mean. Yeah. No, I think that would be awesome. I mean, look, Bruce is successful now. He's doing Grand Funk. I mean, it's not my thing, but Bruce is in it, which is cool. But I would love to see like a KISS spin-off band. And honestly, I'd rather see that than KISS 2.0. You know, a bunch of guys wearing the band members' makeup, doing whatever. I think that would be a fun idea. So, Daniel, thank you, buddy. That's a good question. I appreciate that. That's a good one. What do we got next? And okay, this could be kind of an interesting one, kind of probably a quick answer, but we're going to ask because it's our good buddy Wes Beach from Twitter. And he says, would you guys ever consider reviewing a punk rock or new wave band for your album review crew? For example, the Ramones, the Sex Pistols, or Blondie?
Blondie, maybe. I don't want to do Ramones. And I certainly don't want to do the Sex Pistols.
Punk rock, I'll be honest with you, it's not my thing. New wave stuff, I love that kind of stuff in the 80s. Stuff like Blondie, or even, I mean, if you even considered like new wave, like I know it was poppy stuff, but so was Blondie, but even like the Cars or like, you know, something like that. Definitely. That I love new wave stuff. That's MTV stuff. Punk rock though, Wes, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not in our wheelhouse. I respect the Ramones, I respect the Sex Pistols, but you can't rule out something like new wave. I'll be honest with you. And I think Sonny's kind of into that stuff too. So that could definitely be an option. Wes, thanks, buddy. As always, we appreciate the interaction. Good question. We'll see what happens. All right. Our buddy Adam Nickmeyer on Facebook being a smart ass with this question, but of course we're going to give him the respect he deserves. As two guys with almost cartoonish Beantown accents, first of all, don't say anything Beantown. Don't you find it hypocritical to constantly mock other people's accents, mostly referring to Ace? You want to start this one, Zeus?
I make fun of fat people, too. I make fun of fucking stupid people. I make fun of people who make bad decisions. Guess what? That can also apply to me, too. I don't give a fuck. Are you serious with this one?
Well, it's Adam. It's Adam Nickmeyer. He's not serious.
Oh, you can't be making fun of people with your cartoonish butt. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking, you know what I say to shit like this, Tom? Go eat a fucking bag of dicks, Adam.
Shut the fuck up! I'm gonna kill you! You do not treat me like this!
Go eat a bag of Nickmeyers.
Yeah, exactly. Are you fucking kidding with that stupid thing? We can't do impressions now. Oh, okay.
First of all, I want to refer to the term used, hypocritical. That hypocritical would mean that we're making fun of Ace, but like nobody can make fun of us. So I don't do whatever the fuck you want. You just made fun of us by saying we have cartoonish accents. I don't give a fuck. Who cares? But anyways, Adam, we love you, buddy. Good stuff. But you're right. We will constantly mock people. That's what we do. Just like Babu and Seinfeld. Mocking. That's what we do. Thanks, buddy. All right.
Thanks. I think.
Here's a quick one. Zeus, maybe you can help this. This is from Lee Bruton. Have you ever located King?
Oh, here's a good one. So King.
Yes.
One time I heard, rumor had it that kids, when we were in junior high, ran into him in Harvard Square. And we're like, King. And he was like, oh, he all red and shit.
Oh, you.
And that was it. But no one has seen King since. At one point, I Googled or I tried to look on Facebook.
You Googled King?
Yeah, of course I did. See, I think 7 or 8 years ago. And I saw a picture. It looked like King, but with gray hair. And and his name is George King. And he was a teacher in Massachusetts. so he had to have been like mid 40s or late 30s when we had him. And you're talking about 87, 88, maybe.
Yeah.
When we had him. So I don't know what he is now, if he's alive, but yeah, we've looked at it. There are still people like I tell the story now. If I see friends that were all like, I don't care if you're a fucking member of the bar association, if you're fucking a police officer. If we see King, we'll like lose it and like drop all professional decorum and be like, King.
What if King's on the cruise? What if King listens to the show?
And he's like, motherfucker. He used to say the word cocksucker underneath his breath. So
cocksucker.
Yeah. So one of the stupid things I would do is I would always go like, can I get a drink of water? And you're like, okay, I don't know why I would do this. I get water. I'd walk back into the classroom, and then I'd spit it all out into the fucking onto the blackboard and just water me. And he'd be like, motherfucking cocksucker.
What's the matter with you?
And he would whisper, and we'd all start laughing because he'd be muttering, King. No, we'd go, fucking cocksucker. Everyone's a cocksucker. Dude, we're in junior high, and he's calling us cocksuckers.
Well, because you were, you fucking bastards.
If he looked like Davy Johnson with pockmark faces.
Oh, the pockmark face.
Oh, my God. He'd be like this. Especially in the morning when he would come and he'd go to one door, and we would go to like before school basketball at junior high, and we'd see him come in, and everyone would be like, King! He'd sit there like and do like a squint to see who's calling him. It's like, King. Oh, my God. Fuck it. No, we've never found him. I've looked. I've Googled. I've gone on Facebook. At one point, I thought I had him. But, yeah, I don't know what happened to poor King. All I know is with a month left of school, he finally fucking quit and had enough of us.
Oh, poor King. I mean, come on. Poor King. All right. Here's a good one. This is from Diego Pizarro on Facebook. If KISS were to start making a new album now, who would you want to produce it? I got an answer for this one.
Okay.
All right. This is easy for me because they've done stuff with Bob Ezrin and Michael James Jackson and Eddie Kramer and all those guys. One producer that they've never worked with that I think would be fucking spectacular. And this is in my mind because everybody is celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Black Album by Metallica, is Bob Rock. The sound that Bob Rock can get out of these bands. He did the cult Sonic Temple. He did the Metallica Black Album. He did Dr. Feelgood by Motley Crue. He's done Bon Jovi. He's done Aerosmith. He's done amazing stuff. All of his albums sound fucking ballsy. Amazing production. And he's like a friggin' drill sergeant, like with band members. Like Metallica fucking hated Bob Rock, but then again, he went and produced a bunch of more albums with him because as much as they hated each other, they loved and respected each other professionally, and he just gave them huge success in the 90s. I know some people don't like those albums, but he did. So I would love to see a guy like Bob Rock get his hands on a KISS album.
I'm glad because you thought outside the box. I'm thinking inside the box. There's nobody I want him to do an album with more than Bob Ezrin again.
Okay.
It's just not. I mean, I think he brings out the best of them.
Yeah.
I think Revenge, The Elder, and Destroyer, I think he gets them to perform their musical instruments better. I think he knows how to help them with the songs. I get that they got fucking all caught up in the craziness of The Elder, but you still find some really good songs in the middle of that.
Mm-hmm.
Other than we got to have a theme to this. We got to have this to be the opening. And Paul's going to sing a serious, I get it, but Ezrin's my man.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm not going to argue with that or Eddie Kramer, but Ezrin now, the band being older and being a little bit more mature and having guys like Eric Singer and Tommy Thayer in the band, I think Ezrin could create a fucking masterpiece. With
them.
I really think he could. Yeah. Good stuff. We appreciate that one. Thank you. And next we go to our good friend Sean Hammond. This comes from Facebook from Sean. He says, what do you think? How soon will KISS 2.0, if we're to believe that there is a KISS 2.0, How soon will that start after the end of the road tour is completed and over?
They're not doing anything KISS 2.0 until after the 50th anniversary.
Okay.
No way.
Okay.
They're going to bleed the 50th with the originals, and then maybe afterwards.
Okay. So you think so? Because if Paul in that Ultimate Classic Rock article says that he thinks the tour will go to 2023, technically that's 50 years since the start of the band. It's not 74 was the first album, but the band was 73. So
here's what how I look at it.
Yeah.
They won't do it. They'll stop the end of the road then.
Yes.
They're going to come back and do some special concert, a Vegas show,
50th
a live
performance
of something, and do the 50th anniversary show. There's no way they're going to do it when they've already introduced new characters and then come back and say, new characters, get off the fucking stage. We're coming back. They'll do their 50th. And then what I think, if they're smart, they'll do something new while they're alive so that they seems like it's given them their blessing, because there'll be nothing worse than if Paul passes or Gene passes and now somebody else is playing the demon without Gene okaying it. It'll never fly. Not that it should fly anyways, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know they keep talking about it. Maybe I'm just wishful thinking, or I'm just naive as a KISS. I'm still not putting a bunch of stock into this KISS 2.0 thing. I don't know. I don't see it, but who knows? But if you're right, if it does, if KISS 2.0 is a thing, it ain't going to happen for a while, because the end of the road tour is going to end. They're going to try to find a way to milk the 50th anniversary out of it, which they deserve to do. I mean, how many bands can celebrate their 50th anniversary? Not many. So that does make sense. But no, great question. Thank you. We'll move on to our buddy Bill Sharp on Facebook. This is a good one. What songs that were not on MTV Unplugged would you like to see given the acoustic treatment by the band?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now you're going to make me think.
I know.
I've got to kind of look at the albums.
All right. I'll jump in here. So for me, the one thing that I learned about MTV Unplugged from KISS, and probably from a lot of the bands, particularly Zeus and I, the grunge bands that we love, when they did their MTV Unplugged, I'm a huge fan of the acoustic stuff. Okay. I love when bands do it. And I absolutely loved when KISS did it, because I think a lot of their songs proved how well written they were because they translated spectacularly to Unplugged. I would like to see when they do heavier songs Unplugged, just to get a kick out of what it would be like. I mean, I'm not saying I want to see like Unholy Unplugged. That could potentially be laughable. But maybe some stuff off of Love Gun, like the title track Love Gun. Like, what would that sound like Unplugged? I think it could be fun. I think it could be cool. I know it's easy to say songs off of an album like Dress to Kill or the debut album that are a little bit softer and more lightly produced would translate better to the Unplugged. But I think a song like Firehouse would be fucking amazing Unplugged. Pretty much anything off Dress to Kill would probably sound great Unplugged, because there is a lot of acoustic overlay on those songs. Honestly, I think something like Tears Are Falling or Who Wants to Be Lonely, I think stuff like that from those songs that are very well crafted, I think would translate very well Unplugged. I'd love to see it.
So you don't think Hate would more translate?
I think that would not sound good. No, agreed. No.
All right, so I'll mix it up. I picture them on the KISS cruise doing this because they've done it.
Yep.
Number one, I would say something like All the Way.
Yes.
Okay. Number two, I would say a song like Magic Touch.
Okay.
Number three, a song that would definitely work and they don't play is Reason to Live.
Yes, definitely. Yep.
Right?
Yep. Yeah, that and it's funny because that is exciting. We keep talking about the KISS cruise, and I know for me, what I'm getting fired up for just the craziness of hanging out with all the guys, but we are going to see KISS. They're going to be there, and they are going to be doing like acoustic shows, and there is going to be like an inside venue show. I mean, it's going to be freaking crazy shit.
Yeah, fix your expectations, buddy. you're getting Love Gun and fucking everything else.
On the arena show, absolutely. But I think I'm hoping on some of those acoustic sail away stuff, or some of those other shows, we get some mixing and matching and stuff. I hope we do, but
we'll find out.
We'll find out. All right. So here's one on Twitter from our good friend Pocket Rocket Ride. We're going to ask this question and answer it more as a PSA, because I want to be able to answer you and let everybody else know that maybe if you're new to the show. So his question is, because I think Pocket Rocket Ride might be new to the show. After you finish the KISS discography reviews, are you planning on doing the solo discographies of current and former members? Yes, and we've already started that. We call those the KISS Family Tree albums. We have already done Vinnie Vincent Invasion, All Systems Go. We've done Ace Frehley, Trouble Walking.
Ace Frehley.
And we did Paul Stanley, Soul Station.
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll get to the rest of them. We're still working them in, but we enjoy doing those.
Yeah, we're gonna mix and match. We're not doing everything in order. So if you want to go back and listen to our previous episodes, like we throw in an album review, we throw in a compilation review, a live album, then we'll throw in, a KISS Family Tree album. So nothing is in order. Every time we do an album review of any type, it's always kind of potluck. So stick around for that, because you never know. We might be doing Peter Criss Out of Control next. Who knows?
Yep.
Okay, so this is one from a Facebook DM from Gordon Duncan. And he says, everybody knows, well, this is his opinion, everybody knows that Peter can't play a full concert anymore. Ace is out on tour, so he can at least play, but he's not at his old energy level anymore. Paul has some, quote, help singing. So my question is, if the original four reunited for one concert only, but the entire thing was lip synced, would you pay to see it?
No.
Okay. So if they announced a show, what if? All right, let me ask you this. Let me paraphrase the question. What if we bought tickets for this event and we found out from our friends who are seeing the show prior to our show that this was the case? Would you still go, or would you get rid of the tickets?
I'd get rid of the tickets.
You would?
Yeah, I don't want to see a look. No one's saying they're fucking 100%, 1,000%, whatever, live right now.
Right.
But it's not a full fucking lip sync contest.
Correct.
I don't want to see that shit.
See, I think this is where me being a KISS footy pajama wearing guy shows up right now, because if I can see these guys all on stage together one more time, I probably would, just for the spectacle of it.
And to watch fucking them going like, I'm memeing them singing "Shout It Out Loud." Like, I'm not even singing. I don't want to.
I understand what you're saying with the lip syncing. I'm more imagining it as maybe some getting help with the tracks musically. Peter getting some help with the triggers and the drum, and Ace and Paul getting some help with some backing tracks musically and vocally. I mean, if the whole thing was I don't want to know.
No, I know. If I know, I don't want to do it.
Right. No, and you're right. I agree with you. That would be a tough one to deal with. That would be a tough one to deal with. I agreed. That's a good question, though, Gordon. Thank you. A lot of KISS fans are going to think about that. It's going to be a tough one there. This one's on Twitter. This comes from Elephant and Stars. That's his Twitter handle. Am I still allowed to call myself a KISS fan, even though I think everything they did after Love Gun is garbage? This is a genuine question for you fellas.
Yes, but you're wrong. But yes, of course you are.
Yeah, absolutely. I would never judge a KISS fan over anything, but I'm going to judge you on this one.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, look, KISS is our band. We talk about them constantly. We do the show every week. If that's where you stop, that's fine. Look, there are people like me that don't listen to Black Sabbath with Ozzy. And a lot of people think that's sacrilege because Ozzy is Black Sabbath. I listen to Dio Ozzy. That's me. I'm a Black Sabbath fan. Some people might be like, you're not a Black Sabbath fan if you don't. I like some of the Ozzy stuff. But if I was going to listen to a band like that, I prefer Dio era Sabbath. If you prefer original makeup KISS, That's great. You're a KISS fan. I would urge you to give the rest of their catalog, especially their 80s, another shot. But you're still a KISS fan.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's got their thing.
I would think that Rainbow of all of the bands has the most polarizing. Oh, I like the Joel and Turner. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I fucking love the Dio stuff. Everything after Dio sucks. No, I love this. I love this. You know, I think they get a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
You know, but you can still say, I love Rainbow. You're a Rainbow fan, but you don't like those artists. You know, it is what it is.
Yep. No, and I think that's a good question, because you do see people, especially some of these ridiculous Facebook groups, you know, they judge somebody's fandom based on what they like or don't like and everything. But nah, you're a KISS fan. That's fine.
You know, the difference is, like, do you say, I like the early KISS, I'm not a big fan of the stuff in the 70s? Or do you say, KISS died after 78? Fuck that. They fucking, and you're a fucking idiot for liking anything without, you know, the original four. Like, come on, that's the shit that everyone gets alienated about, you know?
Yeah. Oh, agreed. All right. That's a great question. We're going to go to Twitter for our buddy from Boston. Moving on, 266-0850. That's his Twitter handle. Love it. Okay. This is a multi-part question, Zeus. So,
okay,
if you could interview only one original member for the show, who would you pick?
Mm-hmm.
What would your number one question be? And would you prefer the format to be a standard interview, or do something like we did with Bruce with a draft that kind of turned into an interview, but it wasn't just a Q&A?
As much as I would like to get Peter in here, first of all, Peter hasn't been in the band. Like, he was out of the original four. He's been in the band the least.
Right.
I almost know everything. He's spit out everything there is to know about his time in the band.
Yeah.
What I'd like to do is get Gene in there. I think if you can get Gene, because Gene has a opinion on everything and he'll talk. Paul is a waste. He's never going to share anything intimate with us. So I would say the original member I'd love to get would be Gene. And what would I ask him? Probably something personal along the line of, like, you know, over the years you've seen, you know, because, you know, harking back to our last week's episode.
Yep.
Paul has taken shots after shots after shots of everybody. Has there ever been a point in time where somebody has, like yourself, has said, listen, I agree, because I've heard you say many times, guilty as charged. Yes, guilty. Have you ever turned back to him and say, Paul, cut the fucking shit with the insults, the undercutting, the fucking, you know, undermining shit that you do about this stuff, so we can actually move forward, or leave Peter alone? Have you ever got to the point where you've had to ask him to fucking cut the shit and confronted him about his, you know, his vindictive side?
Yeah.
I'd be curious to hear him say it. Star Child.
No, that's great. I'm not going to argue with any of that. That's perfect, because my pick would be Gene for multiple reasons.
What would your question be?
First, I think because it'd be the most honest and the most engaging. Ace would just be funny. Paul wouldn't tell you shit. Peter, I don't know how. I feel like Peter might be a little boring, but I'd still wouldn't kick him off the show. Fucking A.
But I'm just thinking, like, Peter, what are you going to get from him other than, like, they fucking stole, they fucking insulted me? Like,
exactly.
And you know what the truth is? He didn't really write a lot of those stuff. He was buddies with Stan, and they wrote them together. Like, it's not like he did shit with the band and was like, hey, when you guys wrote this song, what will you think? Like, he had no part in that stuff.
Right. So for me, it would be Gene. My first question would be this, and I would phrase it so that he's thinking that I'm asking him this actual question, but then I would hope that as he answers it and we talk, it kind of turns into a little bit about what you just said, your question. My question would simply be, Gene, you've heard a lot from the KISS Army about the questions and the problems that they have with your set list every night.
Oh, perfect.
Is this all Paul, or is this you? Have you ever suggested, hey, let's play Got to Choose tonight? Hey, let's throw Plastic Caster in tonight. Or are you right now at this stage in your life just taking the path of least resistance, playing the songs you know and love, going out there to the crowd, spitting blood, breathing fire, and having a good time? Or have you had a conversation with him in the past about the set list? And he said, Gene, this is what we're doing. And you were like, fine, fuck it. I'm not going to fight with you tonight about it. I want to hear if he's ever involved in the set list. And if he's not, why? And if he has been, what was the response in that conversation with Paul?
He would never do it. He's not throwing Paul into the bus.
Oh, no, I know.
And he's not
that.
answering my question either.
Right.
But it's a great segue, Tom, the way you ask him. And just simply be, I mean, really, is he ever going to admit it? If we were honest off the record, I'd say to him, explain to us why. And not like I'm some fucking just throwaway asshole. Like, this is what the fans want to hear. Bullshit. Right. Is it because you have everything set up and the way Paul's voice is that you can't alter a song in?
Right.
You know what? Take a couple of weeks and fucking come up with another backing track for something else and do something is because you guys don't seem like you can play anything spontaneous.
Right. And in the format of the interview, I would do what he brings up a great point. I would do what we did with Bruce. I would do a Gene draft so that I could get him to talk about the songs. First of all, I love that. That was what I loved about Bruce, that he gave us little tidbits about each song. But then I would be like, Gene, have you ever thought about playing this song? The song sounds great. Your voice sounds great. The bass, like, have you ever thought about, well, no, not really. Well, why not? So I could kind of ease it into that rather than just like a Mike Wallace Q&A 60 minutes sitting across from me type of interview.
See, the problem with that is I believe Gene will fucking filibuster you.
He will. I know he will.
If you put it to he talks on every question, you know, I was once a friend with Bob Dylan. You know, I wrote a song with Bob Dylan.
I agree.
Then we did this and that. And you're like, dude, you didn't tell me anything about charisma. Like I asked you, like, that's what the song was. You know, tell me about that. And when I met Cher, I banged her sister as well. Like, you know, I want to hear about this. He'll filibuster too much and go off. That's why I don't trust him to do it. Whereas I trusted Bruce. You know, I think it worked awesome for him when we did that.
Yeah, it would be great. I mean, God willing that we keep going with the show. The show keeps growing thanks to you guys, that we can get one of those guys on.
Do you remember the picture of the two fat twins on those motorcycles? They had a sister. I had some fun with her on the Spirit of 76 tour, let me tell you.
And it inspired me to write Spit on Revenge.
She had more hair on her beard than those twins did.
God, here we go. All right. Next one. King Cusano on Twitter.
All right.
Do you think that Gene and or Paul are going to recognize the 40th anniversary of The Elder this November?
I already said no.
I
think they're going to do a bullshit fucking, here's a shit brown colored vinyl that you idiots vinyl collectors going to be like, oh, a shit brown vinyl, fucking The Elder. That's what they're going to do. They're going to do a usual thing like that, a couple T-shirts, the stuff that you see on Kiss Online. They're not doing no box set like they're doing for that. Fuck no.
Okay, but do you think? Okay, first of all, I agree with you. The record stuff is going to be that's probably going to happen because there's money to be made. Because they may hate The Elder, but they know that fans love it, or some fans love it, I should say. What I'm thinking is on social media, whether it's through an interview or through their own personal tweet, do you think that either one of them are going to acknowledge it? You know, 40 years ago this month, we released, you know, Bob Ezrin helped us. You know, we had a hit with The World Without Heroes. Or do you think they're just going to see? I think ignoring The Elder brings more attention to it than if they said something about it.
Paul will mock it, and he'll say something like this: a lot of hot talk about The Elder's 40th anniversary. To me, it was more like a lot of hot air. Like yeah, exactly.
Am I going to get a little chuckle or a giggle or something?
So you think if he acknowledges it, he'll make fun of it?
Absolutely.
Do you?
I think he's going to fucking mock it. Some people like this. What do I know? I think it was a lot of hot air.
It was just a lot of hot air.
Kiss,
I don't know.
That's nonsense. Listen to Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
You listen to Mr. Blackwell, not me.
Exactly.
I don't know. See, I think Gene, that's another question I'd like to ask Gene. Be like, Gene, why does Paul fucking bitch and shit on stuff? Like,
you're right, TG. The Elder is a fantastic idea. In fact, here's some drawings where an R2D2 character ends up fucking the Elder and creating the spawn of new elders. Like,
I'm glad you asked us the question. We're now selling the 40th anniversary vinyl complete with a toy door knocker, just like the album cover.
Yeah. In this is the imaginary knockers in this plastic bag. You too, Kiss Tard, can buy it for $5.99.
Oh, all right. See, I think Paul's not going to say anything. I think Gene will acknowledge it. That's my opinion.
I think Paul's going to put a fucking backhand compliment. Some people like this. What do I know? Or something like that. Like,
he would never say it, because then his Twitter will be savaged if he says that.
Okay, crooked man.
Oh, all right. We'll get a few more in here. Okay. Our buddy on Twitter, Lovely Lance Lumley. Would you guys rank any of the KISS drummers or guitar players in your top 10 of all time in terms of playing skill, regardless of them being in your favorite band? Why or why not? KISS members seem to get left out of lists like that. So your top 10 drummers of all time, top 10 guitarist, bass players, would any KISS member be on
favorite? No favorite? Yes. Best? Fuck no. Not any of them. The only one maybe would be Gene as a bassist. I think he's vastly underrated.
I was just going to say that. I think if you're talking, he says top 10 all time in terms of playing skill.
I think Paul is one of the best rhythm guitar lead singers.
Tremendously underrated.
Can keep up the rhythm and everything and do a great job. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Gene, he would never do it because he gets overshadowed being the demon and spitting blood and breathing fire and all that stuff. We actually talked about that on our Patreon video chat with a lot of guys. We talked about Gene being underrated as a bass player because it gets overshadowed with him being the demon.
And maybe Eric Carr, maybe as a drummer.
Top 10
of all time?
Of all time?
No. I just don't. I don't see it. We like him.
And the problem is, look, I love Ace, and he is revered as like a god and an inspiration to a bunch of young kids picking up a guitar in the 70s. As much as I love him, there's way too many guitar players in history for him to make the top 10. It's never going to happen.
Yeah.
But I think Gene would have a shot, but I don't know. That would be a tough one. I'd like to hear what people think about that question, because that's a friggin' episode in itself right there, Lance. Thank you, buddy. Great question. Great question. All right, let's go to JC. This is an email. I love the episode where you guys review Monster. Paul raves how it is a classic, not just a KISS classic, but a rock classic. But since they don't play any songs from it, but they still play a track from Sonic Boom, I was wondering, how do you think Mr. Sensitive would rate Monster now? Would he still classify it as a classic? Thank you for all the great hours of enjoyment, JC.
I think he's going to shit on the fans and the music public by saying, see, they're not accepting new music. I think that was a good album. I think he's going to backtrack from the ridiculousness of the comments that he made.
It's classic rock.
I would say it's one of the greatest albums released in the last 30 years. Dude, shut the fuck up.
Dude, that album is a fucking train wreck. It's so horrible.
You're saying that. Don't yell at me. You're saying that. I don't think it's a bad album at all. I think it's a bad KISS album, comparatively speaking.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a bad album.
It's just produced horrifically. It's hard on the ears. But to answer your specific question here, JC, I don't think Paul, in my opinion, would ever backtrack on a compliment that he has given himself or the band. I don't think he would ever be like, you know what? years of past Monsters, it's not that. He'd be like, well, I stand by what I said. Classic rock album. Great album. He'd stick by it because he's too stubborn to admit that the album sucks.
And that's the form of Kiss. That's the present Kiss.
Exactly. But he brings this up and we've brought this up. Why the fuck aren't you playing a song from it?
There's nothing good enough to be played on it.
Hello, Hallelujah. We saw them. They played that live.
I agree with you, but even that shouldn't be played over so many other songs they could play.
I know. All right. Here, we're cruising to the finish line on our mailbag episode. This comes from Facebook. This comes from Philippe Melander. And he fired off a bunch of questions. So I'm going to take one of them here. We'll get back to Philippe, maybe future episode of Question of the Week type thing. He says, what Kiss song do you think should have been released as a single?
Overall?
Yeah, like what's a song that you think, if it was released as a single, could have been a hit that they should have released it because it could have been a hit. Not necessarily a song that like you love or that's your favorite song, but a song that if they released it, could have been a
song that we always say could have been a hit, should have been a hit, was 1,000,000 to 1 on Lick It Up.
Okay. I agree. I completely and totally agree. Other than that, and I know we say this all the time and forgive us, but you asked us the question. Rock and Roll Over had a ton of songs on it, ton of hits. They play them live. They were on a live too. Great stuff. But a song that should have been a single off that album, I don't understand why, is Mr. Speed. Period. The song is the song is tailor-made for the radio. It's not a really heavy song. It's not I Want You or Making Love. It's a nice pop tempo song. Could have been huge. It pisses me off that they don't play it, but that is my answer for that. Zeus says 1,000,000 to 1. 2 songs that we love and 2 songs that I know that I know the Kiss Army loves. So, all right. And wrapping up Mailbag 3.0 is our good friend Scott Donaldson from Australia, known as the Fox in the cover band Kissteria, where Scott's a big fan of the show. He's been a longtime supporter, so thank you, Scott. And his question is this. I was wondering, do you think Bob Ezrin had a positive effect on Kiss? When you look back to Destroyer, even though it was popular, was it his influence or was it that Kiss started writing better songs? He also introduced Ghost Players, which we no doubt upset Ace and Peter and you, Zeus. He then produced The Elder, which definitely hurt their career. Of course, Revenge was a great album, but again, some of those songs could have been better without those breakdowns in the middle, such as I Just Wanna, etc. Interested in your thoughts. Now, this is a good question because we did cover Bob Ezrin a little bit earlier in the mailbag when we talked about producer, but I like the angle that Scott's coming from. He brings up some of the negatives that Bob Ezrin had involving with Kiss. So what do you think?
Yeah, you heard me when I was talking about Bob Ezrin as far as that's the producer I would pick for a new album. Yeah, overall, it's not even a close, it's not even close to me. Bob Ezrin is a positive influence on the band. He brought out the best in the band. He brought out great songs from the band, and he helped create a lot of these songs. He worked in the early part of the band. He worked in the middle part of the makeup era, and he also worked in the non-makeup era. So he can handle any part of Kiss, and he's worked with many different members. Yeah, the drawback of him creating the whole Ghost Players, but if the band was strong enough and Ace was better fucking, had some self-respect at the time, like, fuck that. No one's going to play over me. I think that wouldn't have been a problem. He would have been overruled, but they didn't. But yeah, Bob is fucking, to me, still underrated with the effect that he had on Kiss.
Yeah, that's a great question because you're right. You bring out a couple of the negative things, but as big or as kind of stand out as those negatives are, I think the overall positive effect, kind of like what Zeus was saying, that he had on the band from 3 very major, distinct, important eras of the band: the Destroyer era, that Elder era when the band was in complete flux, and then their real big comeback with Revenge. I think you needed Ezrin for those albums, and the band needed him. And Ezra needed the band too. I mean, maybe not for Destroyer, but yeah, there are some things about Ezra that I don't like. I don't like his breakdowns. I don't like how he gets a little bit orchestral with some of the stuff on Destroyer. The Elder, obviously, that you take it, you leave it. That's a love-hate album. But I think generally speaking, I think Ezra is definitely a positive effect. But you bring up some points. You can't dismiss the things, or I can't dismiss the things that I don't like that he brought to the band on all three of those albums. But yeah, Ezra's, he's a legend for a reason. And he made 2 legendary KISS albums, 3 if you're a fan of the Elder. So yeah, Scott, awesome question. Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you for taking us home on our Mailbag 3.0.
Yeah, and don't forget, anybody in Australia, Kissteria is doing a big Kissmas 2021 show. I believe it's on Saturday, December 18th, and they've got a Poison tribute band, Tom.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do, called Poison Us.
No. Yes. Scott, don't do that.
And then he's got a Pat Benatar, I guess, tribute band called Heartbreaker.
Ooh, okay. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. And it looks like it's going to be a fun time. Anybody in Australia should check them out. Go give Kissteria a listen. Those guys do rock. I've seen some video of this shit. They're really, really good. So thanks again, Scott.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Scott, and good luck with that show, and stay safe in Australia, my friend.
Yeah. And Tom, this is what we do next.
Hi, this is Ed Spansberg of ClickTshop.com, and for all your Shouted Out Loudcast gear and merchandise, please visit ClickTshop.com. At ClickTshop, you can find lots of KISS-inspired t-shirt designs, plus mugs, hats, hoodies, pillows, and all new fine art selections. And now, here's your question of the week.
All right, and our question of the week this week is going to be a little bit different because we're doing a mailbag episode. So Zeus and I are going to ask each other a couple questions.
Mm-hmm.
So first question for Zeus, and I might chime in with my answer as well. So this is hilarious that we finally decided to go on the KISS cruise. And every year they have a theme. One year they did Creatures of the Deep. And of course, this year, what are they doing? The fucking Psycho Circus. Oh my God. Of all the things that we have to do. Now, that being said, if there's a KISS Cruise 11 and we go on it, what would you want the theme to be?
Rock and Roll Over.
Okay.
The Forgotten Middle album.
Okay. You're right.
So many deep cuts that they don't play.
Yep.
Yeah. Rock and Roll Over.
Yeah, that's a great one. Here's the one that I would want. I would want Super KISS, the Dynasty Unmasked era with those ridiculously flamboyant, colorful costumes. I think that would be awesome. Super KISS Cruise 11. That's what I would want.
Good question, my friend.
Yes.
Now, back at you.
Okay.
So we're on the KISS cruise, Tom. The current band is on the cruise.
Mm-hmm.
One of the former guitarists can come on and play tracks from one of the albums they played and join KISS. So you can get Vinnie Vincent to join them to play from Lick It Up tracks. You can get Ace that'll come and play tracks from Love Gun, your favorite album. Or you can get Bruce Kulick to come and he'll play from Hot in the Shade tracks. Who do you take?
Oh, man. See, this is you would think this would be easy, but I'm going to tell you right now. I've seen Ace. I've seen Bruce. And I know this is not the right answer. But just for the sheer drama and spectacle, I want to see Vinny. I want Vinny on there. I want him to play shit from Lick It Up.
Without a second of hesitation. Vinnie Vincent playing Lick It Up with KISS?
Absolutely.
I've heard fucking Ace do Love Gun album a million times.
Yep,
I still hear them playing it, right? I don't Bruce is kind of on the cruise. I've seen him play stuff. You've seen him in tour on the Hot and Shade tour.
Yes.
I'd like them to play some songs from there because I've never heard them. But to see Vinny play, and I'm assuming he can play. Right. We're taking a big leap there. But to have him play like A Million to One.
Oh.
Or All Hell's Breaking Loose.
Young and Wasted. Or actually have him play the solo on Exciter.
Not for the Innocent.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. That has the potential for a poll question. I like it. I like it. That's good stuff right there. I like it.
I have one more for you, Tom.
Oh,
okay. Since we're going to be on the KISS cruise. Okay.
Yep.
Honestly, who do you believe is going to annoy the fuck out of you first? Steve from Hotter Than Hell, Tony, miserable curmudgeon Musalam from Restrain, your partner Zeus, or Sonny, you got to hear their song, Pooney. Ooh. I'm not including Danny because he ain't going to annoy anybody.
Oh, man.
Who do you feel that you're going to turn back on? I'm going to fucking choke this guy out in a second.
Honestly?
Yeah.
What do you think I'm going to say? I don't put it this way. Let me back up a little bit. I don't think I'm going to want to choke anyone. But I can tell you right now, if our text group is anything, if the text group is any indication of what real life is going to be like, I'm throwing Tony overboard.
Oh my God, that was the best concert. It was so much fun. Dude, I can't find any milk for the cereal. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, is that where your mind is at?
Zeus, that show was amazing. Dude, the guy's guitar was out of tune for half the set. You didn't pick up on that?
Yeah, he couldn't even flick his fucking pick. I mean, geez, I can do that all day 1,000 times farther than he could.
Now, you understand what's going to happen if he hears this. He's going to think we're serious and that we really don't like him. Because he jumped in on our Twitter and he thinks that we're serious about this.
Yeah, no. He's going to fucking be miserable about something. There's going to be a Tony moment on the cruise and we're going to be like, is this fucking guy serious? Where everyone's like having a good time and Tony will find the fucking like most ridiculous thing to be annoyed about.
But he might be in an extra good mood on the cruise because
if he's
of
drinking.
Because of who his roommates are on the cruise.
Oh, you buy that?
No.
There's no way that he has two hot chicks. He's like, look at these chicks. They're my fucking roommates. There's no way he's got hot chicks.
What if they are? We'll find. We'll be able to verify that.
They're KISS fans.
Yeah, but
what are the odds two hot chicks are going on a cruise with a bunch of KISS fans?
I don't know. They look pretty cute. He showed us a picture. We'll have to see.
That's no way that no.
I think that's sexy enough. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it ain't happening. Let's wrap it up, Tom. You got one for me?
All right. Look, I know that we're probably not going to do this, but if we did, one of the theme nights on the cruise is dress up as your favorite KISS song. What song?
One of you motherfuckers dress up as Shandy. I'm going to fucking assassinate you.
What song are you dressing up as?
What would I dress up as? I would dress up as, I don't know. Probably like, because I'm already contemplating putting on the Catman makeup.
Oh boy.
So I'm thinking, what could a Catman, maybe put a bib on myself and a fucking car? Like, I don't know, and carry around a hubcap? And like, what are you? I'm Baby Driver.
Oh, yeah. I like it. Okay. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. For me, combining my favorite Gene song with the season of Halloween, I would dress up as some kind of possessed, evil-looking priest or something like that, and I would go as Unholy.
Unholy. Okay.
Yes. That's what I would do.
I can picture that. Yeah.
That's what I would do. Yes.
Yeah. Father Unholy.
Exactly. There you go. Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. The demon priest. Yes. Yes.
Well, on that note, Tom, where can people find us? Because you know what? Here's the thing. Because a lot of people have been asking us where they can find us when they're listening to us. So they write to us, where can I find you?
Yeah, well, we're everywhere, but you can start off by emailing us at shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. Shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. Please email us questions, comments, thoughts on the show, episode ideas, anything, things that you love, things that you don't love, whatever, please. And we might not read every one of them on the show, but I can tell you right now, we read every single email that you send us. We talk about them, and sometimes we will read them on the air. And of course, our social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, please comment, interact, tag us. If you're going to a show, or if you're going to be at a concert, or if you're going to be on the cruise or whatever, tag us, comment, send us direct messages, anything. We want to be part of the whole thing with you guys. So please keep us involved with that. And of course, earlier, as we mentioned at the beginning of the show, our wonderful Patreon family. You could check us out on patreon.com or the Patreon app. Search for us. Please join the party. The family's growing. It's a great time. We got more of those video chats that we're going to be doing and some other fun stuff coming up. So please check it out. And of course, we are part of the great Pantheon podcast network of shows. Tons of great shows, all different genres of music. Check them out. We're proud to be part of that family. And of course, our good buddy Ed from Click Tea Shop, who does our question of the week and designs our amazing show logos, our Shout Out Loudcast logo, our album review crew logo, and our Zeppelin Chronicles logo, which there's going to be merch coming for that soon too. So please check us out there.
Don't forget, you can always DM us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We get them all the time. They're a lot of fun to read. It's always nice to see somebody. Sometimes they don't want to say something publicly, and we'll, they can always ask us questions or talk to us privately on DMs. Don't forget, you can always subscribe and listen to us on YouTube. I had to make up for the earlier one. And on YouTube, like I've been saying lately, a lot of our show is constantly growing. So make sure you subscribe to us there. And if you can, go online to iTunes. Give us one of those 5-star child reviews so people can find our podcast. Because we get that question. Where can I listen to you on YouTube? Listen to us on our podcast. Wherever you find your podcast, wherever on your iPhone, your Android, whatever app you use, whether it's Spotify, iHeart, anything, just look for Shout Out Loudcast and you'll find all our episodes listed there. And if you could give us one of those 5-star child reviews, we greatly appreciate it. As a matter of fact, Tom, we got a new one.
All right. What do we got?
This one is from AB858. Now, last time BTBA M Rules 310 gave us a nice one, but we have no idea who the hell that is.
Right.
Please identify yourself. Let us know. We'd love to thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And same thing with Antonio Brown, 858. I don't know who AB is, right?
Yeah.
And his headline says, do these guys even like KISS?
That's fantastic.
I sometimes wonder if these guys even like KISS. You wanted the best. You got the best KISS podcast in the world. Shout it out, Loudcast. I feel like I'm listening to my KISS friends chatter on about the hottest band in the land. Although I can tell they prefer Fake Fraley to the Ace, I can forgive them for that. Tom and Zeus are amazing. Can't wait till the Zeppelin Chronicles start rolling out. Do yourself a favor and click subscribe. You won't regret it.
That is awesome. Thank you, buddy. But you are under a big misapprehension if you think we prefer, you, in your words, Fake Frilly. But thank you for the review anyways. That's amazing. Great stuff.
No, this is an awesome ranking and review here for us. We greatly appreciate these.
Absolutely.
These do a lot of help for us. And I mean, this is part of the stuff that we sometimes get all emotional about, but you guys are the best, literally the best. And we thank you enough. But, I'm going to jump on what Tom made the comment. We're not Fake Fraley fans. It's part of our thing that we think that people get all butthurt about Tommy being in the band. Yeah. So we're like, Fake Ace. Like, we like Tommy. But in the real world, I would say, Tom, I don't know if you agree with me. If Ace could be like coherent Ace, I'd want Ace in the band.
No doubt. Of course. Absolutely.
Yeah. But it's not. So that's why we'll take what we get. But
Exactly.
this review is greatly appreciated. And please keep them coming, guys. We think it's a big help to us. If you could do that, we tip the hat to you and thank you.
Thank you.
So,
Absolutely.
Tom, with that being said, do you have any famous last words for me?
I do. And in honor of I do. I do. And in honor of all the Bob Ezrin talk tonight.
Okay.
You watch me playing guitar and you feel what my fingers can do. And you wish you were the one I was doing it to. Well, listen, you have got the great expectations.
Oh, man. All right. My turn. Send an SOS, baby. I'm your man. If I don't make good, honey, no one can.
Oh, man, that's bad.
Oh, no one can. Wow.
That's bad.
Radar for love.
That you mean Black Dog? Yeah.
Radar for love.
Oh, yes, it's the Radar for Love. Oh, boy.
Yes. Tom, thank you. Loudcasters, thank you. KISS Army, thank you. Everyone that sent us an email, a DM, a tweet, anything that you guys did to help this episode, thank you.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate all the submissions. The mailbag episodes are always fun for us. You guys send some great questions, and we read a lot of them tonight. So thank you so much for that, as always. Everybody out there, the Patreon family, again, thank you guys so much. Zeus, my friend and partner in crime here, thank you.
Peace out, Girl Scout.